All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And as always, I would like to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And this is going to be another walk and talk. Salakia is nighttime. I decided to go for a walk because, it's beautiful out. And, I'm a stargazer, okay? I'm going to just come out and say it. I'm a stargazer. Yeah, I love looking up at the night sky, especially when there's no clouds. There's very little light pollution and you can see the stars at night. Yeah, I like looking up at the stars. Okay, I like looking up at the stars, the moon. It's a beautiful moon out today, okay? The moon is nearly at a full moon, indicating what? That we are halfway through the month. Okay, remember, when it's a full moon, it literally means we're halfway through the month. Okay, so, more or less, this is going to be a walk and talk. Lord's will is edifying to build you sincere brothers up in the spirit, because we are nearing the end of Esau Edom's kingdom. Literally, it's a lot happening in the news, and I agree with Apostle Tahar. We should definitely be talking about the MOTB more often, because those are, one of the main final prophecies that have to take place before Esau Edom's kingdom is destroyed. Okay, because otherwise this kingdom cannot be destroyed during World War III by nuclear warheads, unless the prophecy of people taking the sea hip is fulfilled, because it's fulfilled in biblical, because it's written, not fulfilled, but it is written in biblical prophecy that the ones who's going to take the MOTB, the market of what, which is the CHIP, they're going to be destroyed in the lake of fire, which, we're literally walking in the lake of fire. The only thing is that this place hasn't been set on fire yet by those nuclear warheads, but it's going to, though. Okay, it's going to be it's going to be set on fire by those nuclear warheads. Okay, and people don't, especially these Christians, they don't seem to understand that the lake of fire is not some place where people burn forever. Okay, that's some Roman Catholic Christian dogma, some a cunningly devised fable, and the scriptures speak about that, diving into those cunningly devised fables. Okay, but Christians are going to believe in what they believe in, and we're going to believe in what we believe in, which, we believe in a 100% truth, the 100% unadulterated truth, no chaser. Okay, and it really it's easy to see. It's real easy to see, man. How the hell can you not see that the C-hip is the MOTB? How can you not see that? As it is written, Romans 11:7, Israel have not obtained that which he's seeking for, but the election of the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel have obtained it, and the rest were what? The rest were blinded. So you see, you start to understand why there's just people out there who cannot get that the CHIP is the MOTB. And truth be told, a lot of people do not want to accept that the CHIP is the MOTB, because they know that deep down in their subconscious, or they know that deep down in their conscious, When this thing becomes mandatory, they know they're going to have to make a hard decision. And let me tell you something. Yahweh Shai was all about making hard decisions. There's a reason why he was called an austere man. Okay? Yahweh Shai was not called an austere man for no reason. Okay? A part of the reason why Yahweh Shai was called an austere man was because Yahweh Shai was known for making hard decisions. You think it was an easy decision for him to go on that cross? He knew the pain and the sufferings he was going to have to go through. You understand me? All that excruciating pain he was going to have to endure, those hours of pain on that cross, the humiliation. Going on that cross was a hard decision. You know? Having to flee from his own people because his own people tried to murder him on several occasions because he was speaking the truth to them. That was a hard decision to make. He had to flee in the midst of his own people. He had to accept the fact that he was not accepted by his own people and his own land, his own country where he was from, Galilee. Okay? So Yahweh Shai was all about making hard decisions. And the reason why a lot of you Christians don't want to accept the truth, which Yahweh Shai is the truth, the reason why you don't want to accept the truth is because you Christians, you're not the type to make hard decisions. Okay? So, again, the reason why a lot of you Christians, the reason why you Christians do not want to accept the MOTB as the CHIP is because you Christians, you don't like making hard decisions, you know. To you Christians, it's a hard decision not to eat pork. It's a hard decision not to commit adultery. It's a hard decision not to get tattoos. It's a hard decision to cut your dreads. You know, it's a hard decision to cut your hair. It's a hard decision to stop being a fucking simp. It's a hard decision to stop eating shrimp, lobster, crabs, shrimp. Okay, the roaches of the sea. You know, it's a hard decision for y'all to repent. So when the CHIP becomes mandatory, it's not going to be a hard decision for y'all to decide whether if y'all should take it or not. It's not going to be a hard decision because it's a hard decision for y'all not to eat pork. Okay? We're getting ready to enter into the most demonic time of the year. Okay? October, Halloween, November, Thanksgiving, December, the false birth date of who the world calls Jesus. A lot of you idiots believe that Yahweh Shai was born around the winter time, where everything is fucking dead. There's no fucking life. And excuse my picante sauce, talking about my language. Okay, if you don't like, if you don't like this picante sauce that I'm dropping, then get the fuck off my channel. So I don't need some soft ass dude. Well, why you cussing, brother? You speaking about you speaking about Jesus, and you know, look, big lip Mr. Popo looking nigga from Dragon Ball Z and shit. You know, black as fuck, big red lips, while wearing a fucking Mitri over your head, talking about some brother. You cussing with the Bible in your hand. You know, I mean, how can you use cuss words and talk about Jesus at the same time? Man, shut the fuck up, okay? No, get off my channel, unsubscribe, okay? I don't need no soft ass dude because Yahweh Shai was not a soft ass dude, okay? And look, we're getting ready to enter into some hard times. And hard times calls for hard decisions. You got to be ready to make some difficult choices, you know, because if you don't get down with Esau's new world order, then the only other option you have is death, unless the Lord put the spirit on you to flee and you somehow manage to escape and you live out in the wilderness. But how long is that going to last you? Do you believe that Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is going to provide for you while you're out in the wilderness? You might have to go 3 days without food, maybe even 4 days without food, maybe just water. Okay? But you see, a lot of you guys out there, you're going to take the C-hip because you guys are not used to making hard decisions. It's going to be a light thing for a lot of you Christians to take the C-hip because a lot of you don't want to accept that the C-hip. You do not want to accept that the C-hip is the MOTB, because you know that the MOTB will ultimately lead. It will boil down to you having to buy or sell. And without the MOTB, you will not be able to buy or sell. And you know what that means. If you can't buy or sell without the MOTB, that means you won't be able to feed your family. You won't be able to feed yourself. You won't be able to take care of yourself, provide shelter for your wife, your son, your daughters. You won't be able to do any of that. But so fucking what? Fuck this society. Fuck this kingdom. I mean, it's easy to say that now. But when Jacob's trouble comes, it's going to be known who the men are that the Lord is dealing with. And I just pray and hope to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that the Lord put the spirit on me and the sincere brothers who are hopeful members of the elect to get through these troubling times that are coming. Because what's coming, it's not going to be beautiful, man. It's going to be ugly. And then it calls for hard decision making tough decisions, because it takes somebody who's willing to make a tough decision not to take the MOTB, just to eat or drink or live, you see? And we know that the elect, they're not going to take the MOTB. You know why? Because the Lord is building up his elect men to make those tough decisions, to make those hard decisions. You got to be built up in the spirit to be able to make hard decisions like that, not taking the CHIP, leaning on Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, on pure faith. You see that? And that's why, like it tells you in Isaiah 55:6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Because if you're not being built up by the Lord, if you're not being built up by the Lord to be able to make these, in order to make these hard decisions, then how do you expect to make it through Jacob's trouble? You're not being built up in the spirit. How do you expect to make it through Jacob's trouble if the Lord is not building you up right now for those times? That's why the scripture says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. But again, you got the 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. The wise virgins are seeking the Lord right now, while the foolish virgins are just, they're living a life of denial. They're saying that this isn't that and blah, 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 blah. And, oh, no, GMS is going off and blase. Well, we going to see, man. When this thing becomes mandatory, we going to see who was right and who was wrong. Okay. And guess what? We here at Great Millstone, we have the 100% truth. And that's starting with our apostles who taught us who rule well. Okay. Starting with Apostle Tahar, to Apostle Gabar, to Apostle Aryamlab, to Apostle Racha. Okay? And guess what? They learned from their teachers. who taught them, okay? Starting with Abba Bivens, who we strongly believe to be Elijah in the reincarnation. And that's presuming to Malachi, the 4th chapter. Okay, read that. Okay, starting with Abba Bivens, the King Masha, High Priest Ariyah, and Elder Yaquab, who taught our apostles, who taught us today. And other brothers who became our elders, who taught other brothers, who woke up other brothers. And now look, you got brothers who are hoping to be of the elect out there on the highways and the hedges on the four corners of the earth, calling on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, hoping for mercy and deliverance from the hour of temptation, which is what? The mark of the beast, which is the CHIP. No doubt about it. If anybody's teaching otherwise, the Lord is not dealing with you. Anyways, with that, I'm going to say, hey, the time is coming where you're going to have to make some hard decisions. And if you're not being built up in the spirit, if you're not being rooted, you're going to be taken with the storm. And we know what that storm is. That's Jacob's trouble. With that, I'm going to say shalom. It's on to the next one.